What's up, everybody? It's me, Johnny. I'm back from my trip at Graceland. So, I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I did. I hope you guys had a safe Black Friday if we went out shopping with all those crazy people. And I hope you didn't spend a lot of money on Cyber Monday yesterday. And I got back yesterday from my trip on Monday. So basically, I want to make this video talking about my Graceland trip. And I also saw his birthplace, too. So I want to break it down, tell you how I did my trip, and along the way I really want to give you guys tips of how to save money, maybe what to see. There's other points of interest there other than Elvis, but I'm sure that's gonna be your main point since you're watching my channel. But maybe I'll give you some good eating spots too. We had a lot of fun. Me and my daughter left on Saturday morning and we had a lot of fun, and on the way there we stopped at Elvis' birthplace and then we went to Graceland. So really this video is talking about my trip in a summary. I'm going to try to be brief. I think this is going to be a little long because at the end I have a few things that I have that are new that I bought in Graceland for myself. Some FTDs that are not available on Shop Elvis, Shop Graceland anymore. So I'm going to show those. One of them cost me an arm and a leg, but I really wanted it. I mentioned it in another video that I wanted it. And I have a movie related to Elvis and a record I bought on Black Friday at Target. They had vinyl on sale for the first time on Black Friday, which I thought was cool. It's not Elvis, but I just want to show those things real quick. And those FTD things, I'll probably do maybe just a quick review of those to give you all an idea about those. But yeah. So anyways, so let's get started. So this was my third trip going to Memphis and seeing his birthplace and going to Memphis. So the first time I went was in 2006 with my father. I was still in high school. We went together. Great time. We got the top package at the time, which was cheap. Second time, I went in 2015 with my cousin. We got the same package, cheap. I couldn't remember how much it was the first time around, but the second time around, in 2015, me and my cousin got the top package called the Entourage package. I didn't get it this time, but it was a lot cheaper at the time. First of all, they just if you guys know, they just did a huge re-renovation of the Memphis area on Elvis Presley Boulevard related to Graceland. So it's a lot different and it's a lot more expensive. So let me just give you a summary. So when I went in 2016, me and my cousin, we got the Entourage package, which included everything in the Graceland area. Let me show you real quick what's included in the Graceland area. But this is the new setup right here, which I'm going to explain this all in a minute. There's the mansion, and there's the planes, and all the other exhibits. But these exhibits used to be in another spot before they tore everything down. So we saw all these things, and then it also included tickets to Sun Studio, Rock and Soul Museum, the Stax Museum, a dinner voucher for two at the Hard Rock Cafe in downtown Memphis, and 2 nights at a hotel, at Harper Hotel when it was still there, but it's since then been torn down. We got all that for $500, which we only laid out, $250 each, which was amazing. And you can't touch that deal anymore because they don't have no deals. I don't think they're partnered. They're not partnered with Sun Studio and all those other museums downtown anymore, which is a shame. But they kind of make up for it when you're going through these exhibits now across the street from Graceland. Now I'm going to explain that in a bit. Like I said, I want to give you all pointers along the way. So I just want to hurry up and get started. First, I'm going to talk about his birthplace because that's where I stopped first. So, Saturday morning, a little bit after 7, me and my daughter got on the road to start in our route to all our Elvis attractions in the birthplace in Graceland. So I only live about 6.5 hours from Memphis, about 430 miles. So I had it easier than maybe a lot of people. I'm not that far, so it's not that far of a trip for me to go. And we didn't really break the bank to go to this trip, and I'm going to explain that in a minute too. Like I said, I want to give you all pointers. So if you can stick through this whole video, I think you'll find it very beneficial. So I know a couple people on here that are going to Graceland too. All right. So first, his birthplace. I just want to tell you guys right away to do everything affiliated with his birthplace. Here's my ticket. It cost me and my daughter $26. So 2 people for $26. So I assume if you have 2 adults, it's going to be about $30, give or take. So this is our ticket. And if you are going to Graceland, you might as well I don't know if you live in another country, even because a lot of people come from all over the world to see Graceland. Just go ahead and if you can, make the trip to see his birthplace in Tupelo, Mississippi, because it really is worth it. It's only 100. Especially if you're a big Elvis fan and you know you're not going to be in the area a lot, you should just go ahead and see it. It's only about 100 miles away from Memphis, so I totally recommend you going to his birthplace. Okay, and lucky for me, it was en route going to Memphis. So maybe if you have luck like that too, if you live below or come from another way, from maybe from the west end of the U.S., maybe you'll be lucky too. But anyways, so his birthplace. So yeah, 2 tickets for me and my daughter to see everything was $26. Not bad. And I'm gonna explain all the little attractions they have. Here is the brochure you can get at the front desk. First off, when you get your tickets in the building, let me see if I can see. It says right here, you start here. Tickets. This is where you get your tickets in the building. And then in the building, there's a souvenir shop, which it shows. Where does it show it? Right here. There's this gift shop. I'll show you again. That was pretty quick. So I'm trying to be quick. And then there's a little Elvis museum on the inside. So then you got the Elvis museum. So you can see all the stuff after you get your tickets. You do that first. But there's a timed tour for this. I think it's every 30 minutes. So and you'll be there more than 30 minutes if you take your time and enjoy stuff. That's what I like to do. And my daughter loves this stuff, so it was very easy. My kid is not the one that needs to be entertained. She's really happy with anything. But anyways, then you got the Elvis Childhood Church. This is a church he grew up in that he went to as a kid. Long story short, well, they'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you all that. I'll save the details for them. I don't want to make this video super long. So you can go see the church he was in, and they have a tribute memorial chapel to Elvis there. Stuff donated from people affiliated with him and fans. They have a little walk of life, each year of his life, broken down like in a timeline, with a little description, I think. Then they have historic marks, see, for Elvis's birthplace. And there's his actual birthplace. He was born in January 8th, 1935, so you'll see that. The little shotgun house he was born in. All nicely restored. A reenactment of the furniture that was there back then. And they have a little statue of Elvis at 13. And a granite marker from 1948 when the Presley family picked up and moved to Memphis. And that's where Elvis really started his career. Mississippi music markers. There's Elvis. Mississippi music markers. Elvis says Elvis Country. And Elvis Presley and the Blues. So, see if I'm missing anything. They have a story wall. 8-foot wall, story wall. Oh yeah, it's right behind the Fountain of Life, the story wall, which is this thing right here. Little fountain, pretty cool. And then they also have, you'll see when you go up the hill. You'll see it in the distance when you go up this hill right here. I'm just showing you the map. This is where you do all the attractions, get your tickets, and then you're going to walk up this hill, and it has 2 statues showing Elvis. And they're in here. I just saw it. Right there. There you go. And I just realized I didn't see a couple of things that were in this book. The reflections. I didn't see that. Which I'm kind of pissed off because I'm sure it was there the last time I went in 2015 with my cousin. So there you go. Oh yeah, it's called the Overlook where those 2 statues are. And then, actually where you park your car, it has this replica car of the car that the Presley owned when they moved to Memphis. See, Memphis bound. So yeah, you'll see this pamphlet at the front desk when you go. And another side note, about 2 miles from Elvis's birthplace, all this historic stuff, is a tribute statue, I guess, in the center of Tupelo, Mississippi. It's a tribute statue where Elvis held his 1956 homecoming concert at the Mississippi Alabama Dairy Fair show. He did. I think you all know what I'm talking about. And he did it again in '57, but they have a statue right there in the middle. You can go see and take pictures with if you like. And all the stuff doesn't cost no money to park or anything. So there you have it. Elvis's birthplace. Okay? Oh my gosh, 10 minutes already. Jeez. I'm sorry, people. Alright, so next, me and my daughter got back in the car. We drove 100 miles to Memphis. We got there. Checked in our hotel. So let me talk about hotels real quick. Hotels and traveling. The best time for you to travel, I think everybody should know, is, of course, non-touring season. If you can go non-touring season, maybe after a holiday like I do, I like to go on vacation, really. If I want to go somewhere other than seeing family. If you can make time one year, you should go to, if you want to go to Grayson, I recommend going right after the, between the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday. Because it's very cheap, very cheap. As you know, our hotel was super cheap. We stayed on Elvis Presley Boulevard. We didn't stay at the guest house at Graceland because it was crazy expensive. But I'll get to that in a minute. We stayed at the Holiday Inn Express on Elvis Presley Boulevard. They were having sales. There's a lot of sales going on usually for hotels. So check it out. You can get a cheaper deal. It was half the price in staying a night at the guest house at Graceland, that new hotel. So I recommend that. And mine was $80 a night. And it was a brand new hotel. But like I said, they're tearing down a lot of stuff and putting up new things down in that area to make it look more appealing for tourists, I guess. So we checked in our hotel. And we were scheduled to do stuff the next day at Graceland. So me and my daughter, there's different packages you can get. We got the Elvis experience. It basically includes everything that's on this map. The house of Graceland, of course, the planes, and all these exhibits right here, which I'm going to explain in a minute how you can do it and how to save money. And another thing, so if you're planning on touring Graceland, if you plan on going, and you get a hotel other than the guest house, other than the guest house at Graceland Hotel, still check with your hotel. Usually they do free shuttles from, especially if it's on Elvis Presley Boulevard, from your hotel to the place where you meet to tour Graceland. And you'll save $10 in parking if you do that. So I'm just letting you all know. So you check with your hotel that you made reservations with if it's other than the guest house. So that's what we did, and I saved $10 in parking. So I was happy. All right, so then Sunday morning, me and my daughter get up. We got a shuttle from our hotel to where you start touring Graceland. We got the first tour, the 9 o'clock. So you go. So when you go, you park over here in this area. Over here. And then you walk up here. Then you get your tickets here at the Welcome Center. Welcome to Graceland Center. And then after that, they show you a little video. And then you get on a shuttle and they bring you across the street to Graceland. Okay? So there's Graceland. You tour there. It's really cool. You know, they give you an iPad and headphones. You can use those if you like to give you more information. And the tour is given by John Stamos from Full House, who played Uncle Jesse, which is pretty cool. Pretty funny. Cool guy. Anyway, so when you're done, they bring you back across the street. And you can knock out his planes next. You can do that first. And then after that, these buildings back here, or here, all the way around, are all exhibits. And let me tell you right now, after every exhibit, in between every exhibit is a souvenir shop. So a souvenir shop, exhibit. Souvenir shop, exhibit. Just to let you guys know. They bombard you with that, to get you to spend your money. It's a tourist trap, man. And don't do what I did, okay? So anyways, you tour Graceland, you see the planes, then you start hitting all these exhibits over here. And the first one you can hit is, where are we at? Right here, Elvis Presley Motors. And then that has a collection of all his cars. And then there's a collection of cycles, because he was a motorcycle guy and other motorcycle, affiliate stuff. I have two maps, so I'm looking down there. Then there's the Archive Experience. Archive Experience It's like archive style. If you watch the YouTube channel of Elvis Presley Graceland, Behind the Gates, I think it's called, you'll know what I mean. So it's pretty cool to see. Then Private Presley, a little exhibit on his Army years. And then icons, the influence of Elvis Presley. It's actually items from other artists that were influenced by Elvis, which is really cool. It's really good. Had stuff from Kiss. Just to give a summary, stuff from Kiss, like their stage costume, a piano from John Lennon, a jacket of Jimi Hendrix. I'm not going to spoil that. I probably gave away the good ones already, though. But and then after that, you hit Elvis the Entertainer Career Museum, which is really cool. It starts from his son years, goes all the way to the Vegas years, people called in the 1970s. Has a lot of his clothes and most Mentos stuff he owned. My favorite thing of the tour is seeing the stuff he wore. His stage costumes. Even his everyday clothes. That guy had style, man. He really, really did. Of course. And after that, Lisa Marie Presley, Growing Up Presley exhibit. There's actually a little exhibit on Lisa Marie Presley, too. So, you can see that. Then there's the VIP exhibit and lounge. You have to get a special VIP exhibit to check that out. Me and my daughter walked in by accident because, it's more dead this time of year. Actually, it's a little bit more crowded than the last time I went. Probably this is a new expansion they did. People want to see it. So it's a little bit more crowded, but still dead. So we walked in there by accident. The guy's like, hey, this is for VIPs. I'm like, oh, we really didn't know. There was nobody really sitting there. But this old man in that exhibit, and they had a couple of Elvis jumpsuits in there. I took a peek. I should have snapped a picture real quick, but I didn't. And then after that, Elvis Tupelo exhibit. So I guess if you don't make it to Tupelo, they have a little exhibit for Tupelo, showing Elvis stuff. And then there's an exhibit called Hollywood Backlot, which is basically showing stuff that was filmed at Graceland, like the more recent Sun Records TV series that was on CMT, which wasn't that great. It got canceled, so that shows how good it was. And then it also had stuff from a new production called Christmas at Graceland, which I'm going to show in a minute. That's the movie I got. I'm going to do a quick summary on that. Not long at all. And then Mystery Train, the Sam Phillips exhibit. So a little tribute to Sun Records, because like I said, they used to have partnerships with all these other museums downtown, and they don't anymore. So if you want to see that stuff, you're going to pay separate money to see that stuff. For that, the Rock and Soul Museum, the Stax Museum, and other stuff. Then Marty Stewart Hillbilly Rock exhibit. Marty Stewart, the country singer, he owns a lot of memorabilia from other artists and legends of the day. He has stuff from Hank Snow, Hank Williams Sr., outfits and memorabilia of those guys. So there's a little exhibit on that. Because it's affiliated with country and Tennessee, really. So, and then there's a Graceland Soundstage. When I was there, it was closed. I don't know what they're doing, but it was closed. There, they just show, if there's not a show going on, I think they just show Elvis movies in there on the big screen, so which is pretty cool. It would have been nice if it was open, but it wasn't. And then that's really, that's it. There's a lot of stuff. So, basically, all those exhibits are right here. You go along, it's like exhibit, souvenir shop, and so on, all the way around here to the soundstage. So, that's really what you do. And I gotta say, I enjoy the way they have it now. I think it's great. The only thing that sucks, it is still very expensive. It's very expensive to tour Graceland now. We got the more cheaper package. They have a VIP thing. I really don't know what's really included. When my daughter gets a little older, we'll probably do a bigger package and maybe go see the other things that are not included in those packages anymore. So yes, other attractions you can see. Like I said, the Sun Record. You probably want to go there. Rock and Soul Museum, maybe not so much. Stax Museum, I recommend, because Elvis recorded there if you're a big Elvis enthusiast. And not only that, this stuff that you can't tour, you can look them up and go see them. You can go to Memphis and you can look up where American Sound Studio is. You can go see where maybe people who used to affiliated Elvis used to live. Like, for example, Vernon's house, which me and my daughter saw, is right behind Graceland, where he used to live. We saw that. You can go see his house on Audubon Drive. You can go see the high school he went to. You can go see his cook, Mary Jenkins, where she lived. Elvis bought a house for her. You can see the Mid-South Coliseum. I mean, it goes on and on. You just got to type stuff in and look them up and maybe drive past them, take a picture with them or in your car or whatever. And there's also stuff that's not, affiliated with Elvis there. Like, I was disappointed. Me and my daughter were supposed to go to the MLK Museum. We didn't go. I wish we did. We ran out of time. We were kind of crunched with time. But it was just a quick trip because my daughter missed a day of school, and I didn't want her to miss any more days. So, yeah. But that's really my sum of it. Oh, I forgot. Eating places. It's a must for you to go to barbecue spots in Memphis. That's what Memphis is known for. Couple off the top of my head I know that are good. Marlowe's. It's right on Elvis Presley Boulevard. I think Elvis could have stayed there. I ate there before. One trip. One of those trips. Good place. I think Elvis stayed there. And the last time I went, me and my cousin was talking to this guy who was a shuttle driver, saying you need to eat here, here, here. Elvis ate here. It was like a pizza spot and all these different places. I wish I knew the name of those, but I don't. So I'm just telling you what I know. Another good spot. It's actually right where the MLK Civil Rights Museum is in downtown Memphis, where MLK got assassinated. There's one called Central Barbecue. I totally recommend that place. There's a whole bunch of places down Beale Street. Hit Beale Street, hit the bars, see the shows. It's good to do if you have the chance to. So, and another thing me and my daughter did, we went to the Lookout. There's a thing called the Pyramid. It's now a Bass Pro Shop. It used to hold concerts there. But if you go to the very top, it's about 300 feet high in the air. And you get up there, and you can see the whole city of Memphis. And there's a bridge to your right. And that goes into Arkansas, and you can see the Mississippi River. It's a really beautiful sight. Very cool. So we did that too. But you know what? That's really it. I don't want to make it long. I'm already at 20 minutes. If I talked a little quick, I'm sorry. So I can just give you an idea, maybe to save money and maybe stuff to see. There's so much stuff to see in Memphis. But it's good to take your time and see everything. So there you have it. That's my Memphis trip that I really enjoyed. And I hope to go back soon. All right. With that out of the way. All right. So I got 2 FTD releases when I was there. These 2 are not available online anymore. I'm trying to figure out why they say they're out of print when they're still available. Maybe when they get down to a certain amount of their inventory, they don't keep them online anymore. So this is the first thing I bought. I always wanted this, and they all had a few copies I saw there at Graceland. And it was underpriced, actually. Oh yeah, another tip. Where the old section of where they used to have the exhibits, if it's still there, I know somebody who's going very soon to Graceland. If it's still there, they have 50% off a lot of memorabilia. Not necessarily these FTD releases, but maybe some of them are a few dollars cheaper. So hit that souvenir shop. I think it's called Elvis Presley Boulevard Souvenirs at Graceland Crossing. That's what it's called, I think. So I went in there, I got this. So this is a thing that's not available on Shop Elvis or shopgraceland.com. It's this release. Very happy to get it. The opening and closing shows, the on-stage season. Basically what it is what's in the title. These are soundboard recordings, not recorded from RCA. I'm going to re-show my FTD CD collection soon. So just to let you all know. Quick review of it. This was really good. I enjoyed the second disc more, the closing show more than the opening show. But quick summary. The cool thing is he opens the shows with All Shook Up. Which I think after this season, he didn't do that anymore. I guess that usually That's Alright or CC Rider. So, and the cool thing about the first show is, the only complaint I had about the first show is I know there's only so much they can do about the cassette, with the mastering, this is just a regular cassette. His voice is a little bit too much in the front. A little too loud. Same with the other singers. It's above everything else, but what do you expect? It's a soundboard. But still an enjoyable show. The thing that really sticks out is it All Shook Up. Opens both of these shows. Then there's That's Alright, Proud Mary, Don't Cry Daddy, Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear, but Don't Be Cruel, which is cool to see because he really didn't do that metally this early in his career like that. Long Tall Sally, Let It Be Me, I Can't Stop Loving You, Walk a Mile in My Shoes, goes into In the Ghetto. And this is another key track on here that's good. True Love Travels on a Gravel Road live, which is really cool because he didn't do that a lot live. Maybe he just tried it out to see how it fit, and then he took it out of the show. Then Sweet Caroline. But there's something really unique about this Sweet Caroline. He stays really true to the Neil Diamond version. I mean, it's still at the speed he does it. But in the last, before the song ends, there's one more instrumental break in the Neil Diamond version. He does that, but he messes up. It would have been nice if they got it right all the way through, but they didn't. But he tried to. And then Polk Salad Alley, introductions of the band, Kentucky Rain, Suspicious Minds, and course, can't help falling in love. Second show. Opens up with All Shook Up, that's cool. I Got a Woman, Long Tall Sally, Don't Cry Daddy, Hound Dog, Love Me Tender, Kentucky Rain, Let It Be Me, I Can't Stop Loving You, CC Rider, Sweet Caroline, Polk Salad Alley, Introductions. This is a cool one. Lottie Miss Claudie. This early in his career, returning to the stage. You know, this is still the comeback. Really cool to hear that. Another good one to hear is, then there's Heartbreak Hotel, and there's One Night with You. Another cool thing to hear, because he really didn't start doing it until the late 70s. He does It's Now or Never. It's really good. Suspicious Mind. Then there's Dialogue. He talks about, because this is the last show, he thanks people for making a successful season. And he talks about, hey, I'm about to play the Houston Astrodome in Houston, Texas for the Rodeo and Livestock Show. So he mentions that. So just right after the season closed, he did that. So, yep. So I'm glad to have this, and of course, Can't Help Falling in Love. Okay. So this book I really wanted, and I got it. They only had like 6 copies I saw. Oh yeah, I got this a little underpriced. You know, these are regularly $30. I got it for like 24. After taxes, 27. So a little bit cheaper at that shop I mentioned. But this book I did not pay cheap for. When I saw it online, I should have just bought it then. It was only $75 then. I paid $95 for this. And after taxes, which was stupid, I gave up an arm and a leg, basically. But I always wanted this book. This is one of 2 books I really wanted. And it's this book right here. Elvis Presley, Rock Around the Block. This is, you know, his charity shows he did for the USS. His charity show he did for the USS Arizona Memorial for Pearl Harbor. I talked about I wanted this book and the MSG book. Just to let you all know, the MSG book is not there at Graceland. I tried to get releases that were, you know, that are not on Graceland.com that I can't get on there. So I got these 2. Only other one I regret not getting is the hometown shows, basically 2 Memphis shows. The morning I left to head home, I tried to hit that souvenir shop, but it was still closed, so I couldn't get it. But whatever, because that's not available. It says sold out online, but there's plenty in Memphis. I don't get it. But anyways, so I got this book. Great concert. You know, good concert. It's a lot more better quality than I heard in other releases. I just wish those damn girls weren't screaming so loud so we could hear the damn show. But good book, glad I have it. If I ever feel like selling it, I know it'll sell for a lot. And there's other books that I do want. They advertise them in the back of this release from these guys. Here's some of them, but these are all out of print, really. I saw that one in Graceland, though. I want this one and that one. I would like to have those, but who knows? These books are so pricey. I paid, I think, $108 after taxes. So after I bought this, I was really tapped out. And that's another thing. When you're in Memphis, hit up some record shops. I think the most notably one is called Popular Tunes. It's on Poplar Avenue in downtown Memphis. And Elvis used to shop there. It's been there since like the 50s. So check it out. Alright, so that's the stuff I got at Memphis. At Graceland. So that's it. Alright, I'm about to wrap it up. Oh my god, it's so long. So these are 2 other things I got. This is Elvis related. Hallmark movie, Christmas at Graceland. I'm not going to rave about it. I mean, it's just one of those TV holiday Christmas movies, you know. Has a little touch of Elvis and Graceland in here. A little bit of music. A little bit of scenes of Graceland and the guest house and all that stuff. I mean, check it out. It's pretty cool. This is available at Walmart now already. And it just premiered like, what, 2 weeks ago maybe? If that. So, Christmas at Graceland. I enjoyed it. Me and my daughter watched it. And this ain't Elvis, but I got this on Black Friday. It was only $15 at Target. I think it's the first year they had vinyl on Black Friday, but this is a reissue of Jimi Hendrix Experience Smash Hits. But you know what, people? Sorry for talking your ear off, but I hope this video was helpful for you if you're planning on going to Memphis, Graceland, or his birthplace. So thank you all for watching. And I'll be back very soon with another video. And I am freaking freezing. It's cold here in Georgia. We totally skipped fall. But anyways. So thank you all. And I will see you guys very soon. It's good to be back.